My name is Felipe Atencio. I'm Esteban Atencio's dad. I've lived here in Tierra Maria for all my life. I'm 55 now in June. It's been a blessing to be able to live in this wonderful, beautiful land. God has blessed us with. Acequia has been a big part of our lives, dealing with being able to irrigate our lands and be able to have water for our animals and water the land so we can harvest our hay and our alfalfa and stuff that we need to be able to feed our animals during the winter. There was always time when we were young, we used to love to be able to, after we did our chores, we used to want to get inside and play in the water, and our parents would end up, we had a couple of head gates, one here and one on the top over there. We had a couple of head gates that we would go ahead and stop the water, and the kids from the communities, the cousins, and would come and everybody would jump in. Even some of the adults would jump in just to mess around and play, get a couple of hours in before we had to head back to getting chores done. But water has always been a part of work and fun for us up here in this rural area in our lives. This is one of the main head gates that we have to the town of Tierra Maria. You can see it breaks off into Acequia, Acequia Madre, Acequia de Abajo. As we grew, the differences between when we were growing up to now is that when we were growing up, we used to gather, all the community would get together, clean out the ditches by hand, and you get a big amount of people to do that every summer. And now the times have changed. A lot of people have moved from the area, and you still have ranchers that are having to use the water for the irrigation, but you don't get too many people to clean the acequias out anymore, so they use a lot of equipment anymore. Sometimes equipment do more damage to our acequias than it's worth, but anyway, it has to get done. But without the management of these compuertas, it wouldn't be fair to all the ranchers that have water rights to be able to use the water equally and fairly for the amount of water rights that they pay for on a yearly basis. This is another area of the acequia here in Tierra Maria. As you can see, this acequia used to run pretty much berm to berm with water through a runoff and throughout the summer. But as the climate has changed, we don't have very much water coming to the acequia anymore. And then the state is managing the amount of water that everybody's being able to use anymore, because a lot of this water has been sold to Texas. So we really need to utilize our water to the full potential that we can, because we're not being able to use as much water as we used to when I was growing up. This is one of, like I said, this is the main ditch here in Tierra Maria, and who knows what the climate change is going to do to further use of this ditch. This is one of the ditches in our joined-in communities. This is in Ensenada, New Mexico. This is the Acequia Madre. It's one of the main ditches here. There's 3 ditches here in Ensenada. As you can see up here, the waterfall started when the weather starts to melt snow on top of the mountain. It helps build more water in our ditches. Overall, the water is really important in my life. Without the water, I think a lot of things come to an end. Dealing with pastures, dealing with our animals, and even our supply of water in the aquifer. As far as for us to survive, it's a really key, important, vital part of our lives. And with everything changing, I pray to God that through His grace, things will get better as far as how the state controls the water, and our dear Lord giving us more moisture to be able to continue to survive with this use of the water in our lives.